Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with allthingsbbq.com, and this is Buffalo Turkey Dip. Well, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. I hope you guys are sitting around feeling full and happy. You might be wondering what you're gonna do with that pile of leftover Thanksgiving turkey in the fridge, and that's what we're here to help you with today. We're gonna do a recipe called Buffalo Turkey Dip. It's just like a buffalo chicken dip, but with turkey. Cream cheese based, fantastic for game days, and it just so happens it's football season, so this is gonna work out great. So let's start with that leftover turkey. I'm gonna need about 2 cups for this recipe. I've picked out some dark meat, some white meat. Even got some of that really delicious gelatinous flavor in there. We're gonna chop this up a little bit because since we are doing a dip and this is something that you wanna dip into and be able to kind of carry onto another vessel, be it a veggie or a chip or whatever it may be, you don't want big old chunks coming out because you won't be able to handle them. So we're just gonna break this down a little bit. All right, that's a little more than 2 cups, so we'll measure this out and get it into the bowl. So turkey going in the bowl. We're gonna add to that a cup of sharp cheddar cheese. We got 8 ounces of cream cheese that I've just softened to room temperature to make it a little easier to mix here. Got a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Then we're gonna do a 1/2 cup of just your favorite hot sauce. In this case, we're using the Cattleman's Grill Pit Fire hot sauce. So this is where we kind of get the buffalo thing going on. Definitely the same hot sauce that I would use to make a buffalo sauce. That's what you want in your buffalo turkey dip. I'm gonna add in about 2 tablespoons of green onions. We'll save the other 2 tablespoons for topping. And then last, we just need about a tablespoon of our Cattleman's Grill California Tri-Tip steak seasoning. And then we just want to mix this until everything's evenly distributed. All right, not seeing any more streaks of cream cheese, so that's looking good. We're gonna transfer this to our skillet. So we're gonna get this into an 8-inch cast iron skillet. Probably about as much as it can handle. Kind of even that out, and then we're gonna make a little topping. Now for the topping, we're gonna be using some chicharrones or pork rinds here to give us a little bit of crunch along with some Parmesan cheese, but first we gotta break this down. We need about a 1/2 cup of this chicharron all the way broken down. And we're just gonna do that manually. So we're gonna combine our 1/2 cup of just powdered Parmesan, not like the fancy stuff. And we're going to add a 1/2 cup of our chicharron. And then another tablespoon here of the tri-tip. Shake that up. And this is gonna go right on top. Today we're cooking on the Kamado Joe Classic III ceramic charcoal grill. Right now we're running it at 375 degrees setup for indirect grilling. So we're gonna pop this on. Plenty of space in between the heat and the skillet so we don't get any scorching. What we're looking for here, so we wanna allow this to start bubbling, all of that cheese to melt down, and the top brown. Now if there's 2 things that go with buffalo, it's ranch and blue cheese dips. And we're gonna get a little bit of both worlds today. So we're gonna have some blue cheese crumbles that you can add at the end if you like. Some people don't like that, some people do. But we're also gonna make our own scratch-made buttermilk ranch dressing. So we're gonna start with a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Then we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of mayo. I guarantee this is gonna be better than whatever you're buying out of the grocery store. Take a few minutes to make it from scratch. It's really tasty stuff. And then we've got our herbs. So we've got a 1/4 cup of fresh parsley and a tablespoon each of chives and dill. Next for the aromatic, 1 clove of garlic. It's just been grated down super fine. We're gonna get about 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice in here. A little salt and pepper. For our salt today, though, we're going to use something a little more interesting. Got the Jacobsen habanero infused sea salt. There's a little extra kick to it. And then our Telecherry black peppercorns. And then finally, the buttermilk. Now the buttermilk I kind of like to add after I've already started whisking. The amount of buttermilk you add determines the consistency. So this is pretty thick right now. I'm going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of buttermilk in. But I rarely add more than like 2 to 3 tablespoons. It's totally up to your preference. I like the look of that. All right, so our dip has been on for about 40 minutes now. You can see it's bubbling all around. If we take a temp in the center, we want to be past 165 just for food safety's sake. And we are there. We've given the molten dip a few minutes to cool down so that we don't burn our faces off trying to taste this thing. But before we do taste it, we've got a few finishing touches. We're going to start with our ranch. We'll go ahead and hit the top with some of that. Some blue cheese crumbles. We got a smoked blue cheese today. We got the rest of those green onions. A couple tablespoons. Might just hit it with a little bit more hot sauce while we're at it. That's it. I'm just gonna load this up now with some of those chicharron that we actually use for the topping. I mean, you can use whatever you like for your dip. Some blue corn tortilla chips. You know, you got some veggies. Just do it up right. All right, so let's dig in and get a taste here. I'm gonna load up my chicharron. Dang. It's intense. There's a ton of flavor in there. Creamy. Actually a decent amount of smoke for how hot we were cooking today. Really nice level of spice to it. There's so many things going on here. The thing to remember is this is really easy and a great way to utilize that leftover turkey over the weekend while you're sitting around watching football. Get one with the carrot there. A little blue cheese. Honestly, even better with the veggies. Get that really fresh snap, that crunch. Man, we might need to do a couple skillets of this one. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out allthingsbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoy the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to allthingsbbq.com/thesauce. All Things Barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.